Oh, good. Because I was talking to my girl about food. But I'm sure you can be able to hear me now, right? So if anything, go ahead and like this video if you can be able to hear me now. Um, and um, so first of all, I greatly appreciate you guys like hopping on here on session number 2. Session number 2 has been helping out a lot of people, man. And what I love about session number 2 is the fact that what it's doing, it's actually helping out people to start trading for themselves and being independent. You know, that has been my true goal, to be able to help out people become independent as quickly as possible. And you know, you are the indicator. That is my goal, to be able to help people to get to that point. You know, and you know, this past 2 weeks has been pretty hectic for me. We just came back from our SOAR event. I saw, you know, a whole bunch of you guys at the SOAR event, and you know, I really appreciate your time for you know, walking up and saying hi. And the week after that, I actually had my personal event where, you know, I teach people that are looking to really get into the markets, but on a high level. We had a, you know, a good group that came out, and from what they've said, I have testimonies of videos and stuff like that. I'll probably post them out a little later, but you know, they gain a lot of value from it. So understand, like, I don't promote it out because the thing is, it's highly advanced, like super advanced. And that's why I stress and urge people to go into my chart breakdowns, because mind you, that's for free. Literally anybody can be able to go on there, in or out of IML, and I stress this, and this is what I was telling to the people that were there. What I would definitely urge you guys to do is, even if you have no idea what I'm talking about, so what? Watch those chart breakdowns, because I promise you, that's the sauce. Whether it's a win that I had or whether it's something I see that's in the future, no matter what, it's good, all right? Because what I see is what probably the majority of people see. But you know, I do extra research, more than just technicals. The research that I'm personally doing is probably not something that's important, but I think it is. And what I am personally doing is understanding the banks. Because if you know how the banks work, why the banks do certain things, if you understand the history of what happened in the past, you can be able to have a heads up for what's going to happen in the future. Now, me, the style of trading that I personally do is probably different than the style that you want to pursue, right? The style that you want to pursue is something where it's more short term, which is okay, like scalping, stuff like that, which is definitely okay, right? But for me, the style that I want is a style where I don't want to be on the charts like that. I want to be able to put in a position, and be able to hold it for, you know, a couple of days. Why? Because the thing is, I want to be able to be in a world where there's no internet, there's no social media, there's no nothing. It's just me, my fiance, my daughter, my family and friends, and the world. I don't want to say nature because it'll make me sound like, I don't know, but the world, right? I want to be connected again, and you know, I just want to travel, and you know, I'll use foreign exchange like it truly is supposed to be, not an in and out type thing, which I think is okay. But this is just, you know, I'm just sharing my perspective and ideas with you. And if anything, I would love to know the research that you guys come up with. Um, and what I mean by that, so let me let you know what I'm researching currently right now. So I'm researching the IMF, what the IMF is, where it came from, where it's going. And what's pretty interesting is they have a lot of articles speaking about cryptocurrencies, and DLT or DTL, digital ledger technology, so DLT. They're actually integrating with each other, and there's a specific um, coin that they're actually already merged with, and they're still figuring out everything. So I'm not going to say it because I want you guys to do your own research and be able to actually figure out about that. And I want you guys to, you know, learn for yourself and be able to, you know, if anything, tell me. I greatly appreciate that information. I'm also researching cryptocurrencies. I'm also researching the Federal Reserve. I'm also researching um, just the history of money. And I think that'll be able to help you out as well. Because you really think about it, what do we work so hard for? What do we wake up in the morning for most of us? Um, to earn money, So I think it's actually important that we understand or at least know what we're working so hard for. I think that's important. Maybe. I don't know. So what we're going to talk about right now, what's going on, everybody? So what we're going to talk about right now is what we call session number 2. And session number 2 is going to be a very simple method that I came up with the help of some other mentors that I've had that has been able to, at one point in time, it actually helped me uh, turn my account 6 times. It grew my account 6 times within 3 hours by using this. But mind you, I had no risk management. I literally was just doing it over and over and over and over again, and it worked. I was like, oh man, I gotta share this with everybody. And then later on, when I actually did use proper risk management, the percentage of wins with this method was over 90%. And I'm what I mean is with this specific method. When it comes to my trading, that's a different percentage. But with this specific method, very, very low risk method, it's been over 90%. So, in my opinion, for a brand new person looking to get into the markets, I think this is a very, very good method to follow. So, let's go ahead and get started. So, I do want to let you guys know what you can be able to get access to um, when it comes to what we have access to on our page. All right. So let me go ahead and show you what I mean. So on here on our YouTube, we have a begin here section. So anybody that that's really looking to learn how to trade, has no idea what's going on. In my opinion, I think a very good start, being the fact that this is brand new, not brand new, but being the fact that this is this is spanking free. This is free. I think this is a good start for people to go to. Intro to Forex in session number 1. So what I personally do when I introduce somebody to IML that isn't ready to get started, I let them know, hey, listen, I totally understand. I was in the same exact point, not having money at one point in time. But what I found is the fact that, you can be able to actually learn through this YouTube right here. This YouTube called FxProNow, right? And you give them the YouTube, and it says intro to Forex. It'll help them create their accounts and learn basic stuff. And then from there, session number 1, we'll be able to help them know how to use MetaTrader 4. And then session number 2, which is right now, they can be able to learn how to get into the markets, and then setting up their charts on TradingView. And then session number 3 is like the bridge between a novice trader and an experienced trader, right? And in my opinion, I think this could be able to help out a lot of people. Now, from there, if they're really, really like going through this hard, almost 100% of the time, not almost, but I'm almost pretty sure 100% of the time they're going to get started with IML. This is what's been going on with me. People have, I've shown them plan, they don't get started. Cool, use this, right? And then from there, because they get so excited the fact that the amount of money that they can be able to create, but they're still looking to learn from more teachers, as opposed to just with me on here, get them started with IML. So that's how I play this, right? All right, so that's there. And then also, we still have this. This is every single month, every first of the month. So the first of the month is coming up. Let me see. The first of the month is coming up Monday, right? So if anything, I don't know if I'm going to do a Monday. If anything, I'll figure it out, right? But I'm going to be giving away a prize, right? And that prize is going to be a free one-on-one coaching with me. And what are you going to win? Literally, what you're going to be able to win is a one-on-one with me, and that one-on-one is actually going to be a snippet, if anything, of my You Are the Indicator course, where I'm literally going to be breaking down what I call situations, or what I call an if-then statement, where if this is happening in the market, then this is what you do. Literally, it's going to tell you exactly what to do, and it's highly advanced. I'll put it to you like that. It's highly advanced, and I do know anybody that wins this is going to have an edge over other people that didn't win this, or other people that didn't actually take my course. So, if anything, how do you win? The way that you win is by liking, commenting, watching. First of all, liking each video and then commenting on each video, whether you finished it, done, or specifically for the session number 3. It's not like I finished or done. You got to write what you want, what you learned, and you have to write a question, right? That's how you win this. And the way that we're going to actually play this is the fact that I'm going to have a what do you call it? A website that's actually going to go ahead and where is it? I want to show you how this works. It's gonna pick a random commenter, right? So I'm gonna pick a video, right, from session number 3, for example, and I'm gonna show you how this works, right? So specifically, I'm gonna put it into here, right? And we're gonna be live on YouTube, and this is how we're gonna pick it, right? So it's gonna search all the unique commenters, so the 6 unique commenters for this specific video, right? And I'm gonna do it for all of these videos, mind you, right? And then from there, I'm gonna click where it says start, and then it's gonna pick a winner, right? So it says naive, right? And I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna say, okay, is this a good question or not? And if it's not, that's not even gonna count if it just says finished, right? Specifically for these. Now for the other ones, you can put done or finished. But for specifically these, I want you to write something, because I want you to learn something from these. Okay, that's key to me. And also for you as well. Because what am I doing in these? I'm literally telling you how I won 150 pips, how I got 100 pips, how I got 40 pips, what I see in the market. It's literally giving you exactly the sauce. So if anything, start from number 1 and go all the way through. Watch them. They're 20 minutes each. Some of them are 3 minutes. So believe me, I promise you, even if you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about, I promise you, these are valuable. These are very, very much valuable. So that's that. All right, and that's YouTube. What you can also get access to is our Facebook. So you can be able to go to here, click our Facebook, and there's about 2 things grew is because people were literally just sharing this with their friends that want to learn how to trade and want to learn how to make extra money on the side. So you can be able to add people into here at any point in time, and I have to personally approve them. If I don't see that they're worthy of being here, I do not allow them. And what I mean by worthy is I want to make sure that we have good people on here, not just snakes trying to get people. All right. And then from there, we also have a Telegram. You want to make sure that you're in both Telegrams, right? One is where I send out information. The other one is where you can actually respond to me. So make sure that you're in both, okay? And we're going to get started. So session number 2 is where you could be able to learn how to be able to get into trades for yourself. The way that you do it is literally by using your MetaTrader 4 platform. All right. And with the MetaTrader 4, I don't know why it's going so slow. With the MetaTrader 4 platform, it'll literally be able to help you use this style of trading. Now, if you don't know, I think it's very, very important that if you have no idea about the red blue cloud method, it's very important that you go to session number 2 before you actually start and watch the red blue cloud method risk management. Right, this video right here, I promise you, is key. Right now, why do I say it's key? It's because I'm literally telling you that yes, you can make money in this game, but it's important that you use a specific risk management that may be different from the risk management that you were taught. Right, so go ahead and watch this before you go ahead and follow my method. Okay, so the way that you start And mind you, you can be able to watch pre-recorded videos as well, because I may be going kind of fast, right? But there are pre-recorded videos. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 different ones where each one is talking about the same thing, but each one, I promise you, is different. Okay, so let's get started. So the way that this works is we always start with the H4 time frame, right? And with the H4 time frame, man, this pushed up hard. Oh, that's interesting. With the H4 time frame, what it's going to tell you is literally what's been going on for the last 2 weeks, right? And we're looking for the red line to be under the blue line, the red line to be over the blue line, and for price to be over a green cloud if I want to buy, right? And if I want to sell, we'll look for the red line to be under the blue line and under a red cloud if I want to sell. Now, we're always looking where price is currently. Now, price currently doesn't follow any of our rules. We see that the red line is under the blue line and over a green cloud. So it doesn't follow our rule. Now, why isn't this probably the best time to get in for a buy using this method at least? Not using what we call market structure, but using this specific method. Well, because what we see here is the fact that this red line under the blue line over a green cloud indicates the fact that it's still in some sort of it's not really here. Put it the easiest way like this. It's just not following that trend for long enough to indicate that this is where it's going long term. That's probably the easiest way I could put it. Right. So since that this doesn't really follow what we're looking for, I literally just skip it. There's too many pairs for me to be thirsty about one pair. Right. So this does follow what I'm looking for based upon the H4 time frame at least. You see the red line is above the blue line and price is above this green cloud right here, which is cool. Right? This is what we're looking for. So the only thing is, I'm not just going to hop into my buy. I got to make sure it's good on, it's having that red line above the blue line above the green cloud on the H4, on the H1, and on the M15 time frame. If they all correlate just like how this one does, then I'll hop in and buy. I'll set 10 pips with no stop loss, right? I set 10 pips of take profit with no stop loss, and just let that rock. And about 90% of the time, it actually hits my take profit. Now, what happens with the other 10%? Well, you'll have to make that decision based upon yourself, whatever it is you want to do. But from what I've seen over time, the wins outweigh the losses, right? But you just got to be smart, right? So it's all based upon you. And just put a disclaimer out here. I'm literally just going to follow what the method tells me. I'm going to get in based upon this demo account here. And you're going to decide whether it is you want to get in or not. And it's all based on you. All right. I'm just letting you know what has been working for me. So H4, we see the red line is above the blue line, above this red cloud, above this green cloud. H1, we see prices in this level of consolidation. And with that being the case, what that tells me is the fact that this could pull back, right? So being the fact that it doesn't follow the H4, I'm literally just not going to use this at all. Anytime price is in the cloud or prices like this, I just don't touch it, using this method at least, right? H4, what we see is the fact that the red line is in the red cloud, also under the blue line, right? Anytime that the red line is in the red cloud, that just means a level of consolidation, and we'll literally just not touch anything that's in the red cloud or in a cloud, the red line in a cloud, period, right? And if I was to scroll into here, we see that the red line is above the blue line, but under the red cloud. With that being the case, this doesn't follow our method because we need the red line to be under the blue line, under the red cloud. Yes, it does look like that over here, but remember, we're looking at it where price is currently. All right, so let's get that. UJ, we see the red line is over the blue line and over a green cloud. What that indicates to me is the fact that the last 2 weeks has been a strong push to the upside. And what this also tells me is the fact that over time, that it could probably continue that push. All right. So, being the fact that the red line is above the blue line, above the red, above the green cloud, we'll move on to the H1 to make sure that it's still following that. And what do we see? The red line is above the blue line, above the green cloud. So this is good as well. And we'll move on to the M15 to make sure that this is still the case. Right. And what do we see? We see that currently, right now, the red line is under the blue line and prices in the green cloud. So what that tells me is there's a bit of a pullback, and that's okay. we'll go back to the H1 to see, okay, when will it start pushing up? And literally, it's supposed to start pushing up right now, right? So probably in the next 2 hours, you see how it has a little push up, right? Consolidates. You see, anytime the cloud is flat, and mind you, the cloud is showing you where price is probably going to go in the future. Anytime you see the cloud is flat, it means a level of consolidation. If it pushes up, even slightly, it means the price may push up as well. If it pushes down, you'll see price probably push down, consolidate, and then push up, right? So the next mini push up is the next 2 hours. So I'll probably look back at the next 2 hours. Now, will I just hop in? Well, no. I'm actually going to go ahead and I will go ahead and what do you call it? I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and just look if the red line is above the blue line above the green cloud as well. All right. So USD CHF, and what do we see? We see the fact that, one moment. Let's see if this is going to work. 5 on, one moment, guys. Live on YouTube. Right. All right. See if this works. All right. We see that the red line is what is that? Huh. We see that the red line is above the blue line under a red cloud, and that's not good either, right? So, oh, well, that was on the H1. But being the fact that the H1 isn't good, it makes no sense to even go to the H4, because even if the H4 is good, the H1 is still not good, right? So hopefully that makes sense. And oh, they know each other. That's so far. All right. So we'll go to the URCHF. Right. So I'll definitely look at the UJ probably in the next 2 hours. So H4. We see the red line is above the blue line, above a green cloud, which is good. But just understand, anytime that the red line and the blue line are far from each other, right? And you'll know what far means. Just know that there's going to be a pretty good pullback coming into the future. And also, you can be able to see the fact that the cloud literally tells you there's a pullback coming into the future, which is cool, right? And also, what you'll see is the fact that you see how the red line and the blue line are kind of far apart from each other, right? You'll tend to see that they'll start to oscillate. So it's far apart from each other here, and then they start pulling back on the other side. So you see that pullback come. Well, the further that it is, the more the pullback will be. Okay, just letting you know that. So this is good, but the H1, as you can see, the red line is under the blue line over a green cloud, and obviously that's not good. So continue. H4. I'm gonna see what this has been. Man, this is crazy, bro. I called this. I literally called this. How many pips is this? But this took just way too long. But way too long is not bad for 400 pips, honestly. I called this months ago back here. Said this is going to pull down all the way to these white lines over here. I call this all the way here. Wow. H4. What do we see? The red line is above the blue line under a red cloud. That's not what we're looking for. All right, next. What do we see? The red line is over the blue line very slightly. Red line over the blue line under the over the green cloud, which is good. H1. You see prices above a red cloud, which is not what we're looking for. EG, we see red line and price under a green cloud. Even if stage 1, it doesn't matter if the H4 was good because the H1 isn't, right? So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just go to the H1 because that's the one that kicks me out the most. The H4, it doesn't really kick me out as much, right? Which is pretty interesting. So this is good. Red line above the green, red line above the blue line above the green cloud. So I go to the H4 to confirm if that's good, and that is good. So red line above the blue line above the green cloud, good. H1. Red line above the blue line above the green cloud, good. M15. Price is in the cloud. So right now it's just in a mini pullback. So I'll probably look back at this. You see how it says time -4. 4 times 1 hour equals 4 hours. Into the future, it says it's going to push up. So I'll probably look back at this in the next 4 or 5 hours and see what's going on. So at about 2 a.m., I'll look back at this. All right. EUR JPY. So H4, you see red line is in the cloud, level consolidation, as you can see. So we'll move on to the next one. We see red line above the blue line, very slightly, but it is above a green cloud, good. H1. Price is above a red cloud, not good. Red line above the blue line above the green cloud, good. H4. Red line above the blue line above the green cloud, good. And M15. Price is above a red cloud, not good. ADJPY. H4. See red line above the blue line above a green cloud, good. H1. Price is above a red cloud, not good. H4. Price is, red line is under the blue line. Okay, this is probably good. Red line above the blue line above a green cloud, good. H1. Red line above blue line above a green cloud. It just got into that green cloud, good. And M15. Damn. Red line is in the cloud. So this is so go figure. So UJ and GJ, UJ and CJ are kind of in the same boat. All right. So this is something that I would look back at a little further, a little later, at least. Let me see how much later. This is 12 hours. Yeah, you see that the red line is kind of, the red cloud is kind of forming over here. So I'd probably just wait on this a little bit. URAUD. Some news probably here. Yeah, on E. Probably all the E's are going to look weird. So here, let me explain so you're not like confused. Why is he passing those? All right, so we see prices. The red line is above the blue line under a red cloud, but that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the red under the blue, under the red. Red under the blue, and that's not what we see. We see red over the blue, under the red. No. We see red. We see price over a red cloud. That's not good. We're looking for price to be under the red cloud for a sell. So next. See red over a blue, under a red. Not good. See price is under. We see consolidation is what we truly see. We see red under the blue, red over the blue, under a red. So it just needs some time. CAD. See red over the blue, over. You could call this a green because it's like right there. So H1. See price over a red cloud, not good. What do we see here? H4. Red and the blue are kind of like with each other. So we're kind of just say this is okay, right? Being the fact that it's over a pretty decent green cloud. And we see that the green cloud is starting to push up. Also, this may be kind of a little advanced, but we see this bullish cloud, this bullish candle right here engulf this. At some point in time, this is going to push up, but probably not right now. It'll probably push down and push up. Wow, look at this gap. Either way, the H4 is fine, right? But the H1 is not, because we see prices above a red cloud. The green cloud does push up, right? And the M15, right? As you can see, it's over a red cloud. So it's not yet. It's not okay yet, but it will be soon. All right, let me give you a specific on when. So I'll probably just look back at this the next 5 hours, because most likely price will probably push down and then push up. Right? There's a flag kind of showing up, but it may still push down. I would still just wait on this next 5 hours. How to come up with 5 hours? Well, that's when the cloud twists, 4 or 5 hours. All right. and then go in for NZD-CHF. Prices above a red cloud, not good. And NZD-USD prices above a red cloud, not good. And we see price is under a green cloud, not good. All right. So being the fact that, I'll put it like this, straight up, this method is used to win, period. It's straight up used to win. There's the winning ratio is just so high. Sometimes there's no trades available using this specific method. But because the method works so well, that's why it is very specific. If that makes sense. It's very specific, and with it being very specific, that's why there's sometimes no trades available, and that's okay. All right, at least for me, because I'd rather win every single time than win sometimes. You know, that's on you. But if anything, I greatly appreciate your time coming on here. Again, I would definitely take out some time tonight, do some research on the future of money. Do some research on the future of money, and if anything, at some point in time, whatever research that you come up with, you know, if it's some good stuff, even if it's, you know, something small, let me know. Send it in the Telegram group. If anything, let other people know as well. You know, I wouldn't be surprised that it may trigger somebody else's thought to ask another question. You know, they go out and, you know, figure out, you know, a question that they could be able to put up online and probably find something else out, and then we just keep on bouncing ideas off of each other. And that's how you know, big things happen when people ask questions. So if anything, ask your own questions, and you know, you may help out. All right. So any questions before we head off of here? Go ahead and write them in here. All right. So when all the time frames line up, you enter on the M15 or even on the. No, don't worry about any other things other than the red line, blue line, the red line over the blue line over a green cloud on the H4, H1, M15. If you incorporate the M5, you'll never get into a trade. You'll never get into a trade because it's just too much, right? So just follow what I just said. The red line over the blue line over the green cloud, H4, H1, M15. The red line under the blue line, under the red cloud, H4, H1, M15. If they all line up, get in 10 pips as your take profit, no stop loss, let it rock. 90% of the time, it should work. Yeah, market execution. All right. Any other questions? Any other questions? Go ahead and like this if this helped you out. Go ahead and leave a comment if this helped you out. And see you guys on the next video. All right. Bye-bye.